Sweet children, only you know the Father from beyond this world accurately. Everybody knows about God, but they don't know about God accurately. And this is why only you can be called
theists,
true theist, comma, those who have truly loving intellects. You have to know detail about someone that you love. People know about God, even believe in God. They don't love God because they don't know enough about God in order to love him. Question, which one of the Father's duties proves that he is the protector of the devotees? Bhagat Vatsalam, protector of the devotees. Answer, to liberate all devotees from the jail of Ravan and to make them solvent from insolvent is the duty of the one Father alone. Liberate them from Ravan's jail and turn them from insolvent to solvent. To change old devotees, which is really us, into Brahmins and then into deities is his protection. His protection is he gave you a Brahmin life. If you follow it, value it, respect it, you'll be protected. And of course, the details is the protection lies in Srimad. The protector of the devotees has come to give liberation and liberation in life to all his devotees. So for those who are from the first half, he gives both liberation and life. That's his protection. And for those who are not from the first half, he gives them the protection of being in the soul world for half the cycle. So, no one is unique like the innocent Lord. Om Shanti. Whose praise did you children hear? God is remembered as the highest and high, and only God is called the Father. He is the creator of this whole creation. Just as a worldly father is the creator of his creation, first he makes a Kumari his wife, and then he creates a creation with her. He has 5 to 7 children. I guess in India that's kind of like Catholics. They are called his creation. That Father, lowercase, is their creator. He's a limited creator. You children know that you, the creation, receive your inheritance from your Father, your creator. People have 2 fathers, one worldly and one from beyond this world. It has been explained to you, children, that this knowledge is separate from devotion and that there is then disinterest. So eventually people get disinterested even in devotion. At this time, if you were still interested in devotion, you wouldn't come looking for knowledge. At this time, you children are sitting at the confluence age, whereas all the rest of the people are in the Iron Age. All are his children, but you have come to know the unlimited Father, who is the creator of the whole of the creation. So all are his children, all are his creation, but you've come to know the creator. Even whilst having worldly fathers, people remember that Father, capital F, from beyond this world. In the Golden Age, whilst having a worldly father, no one remembers the Father from beyond this world, because that is the land of happiness. Everyone remembers the Father from beyond when they are in sorrow. You are being educated here. Human beings are made sensible here. On the path of devotion, people don't even know the Father. They say, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, O God the Father, O remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness. Then they say that he is omnipresent, or that he is in every particle, in the stones, in the dogs, the cats, in everything. They begin to insult the Father, the Supreme Soul, in this way, calling him omnipresent. They don't even think they're insulting him. You now belong to the Father, and so you have become theists. Your intellects truly have love for the Father. And so if you truly have become a theist and have love for the Father, this would be reflected in your effort, right? All others have intellects which do not have true love for the Father. You now know that the great Mahabharata war for the destruction of this old world is standing just ahead. Every 5,000 years, the Iron Age impure world ends and the Golden Age pure world is established. It is established by the Father whom people remember and to whom they call out, O purifier, come. O boatman, remove us from this ocean of poison and take us to the ocean of milk. Gandhiji too used to sing, the purifier is
Ram.
Ram.
Yes, but you left out one.
Sitaram.
Sita's Ram. O Ram, now come and purify all the Sitas. All of you are Sitas. You are the devotees. Sita is a symbol of the devotees in that story of the Ramayana. He is God and everyone calls out to him. He is making you pure from impure. He doesn't make you stumble anywhere. He doesn't say, go on pilgrimages and go to the Kumbh Melas. No, those rivers are not purifiers. So therefore God would not tell you to go there. Only the one Father, the ocean of knowledge, is the purifier. No one remembers the ocean or the rivers as being the purifier. They call out to the Father, O purifier, Baba, come and purify us. There are rivers of water everywhere in the world. They are not purifiers. Only the one Father is called the purifier. Only when he comes can he purify you. The praise of Bharat is very great. Bharat is a pilgrimage place for all religions. All religions have a tie to Bharat. The birthday of Shiva is also remembered here. The Golden Age is a pure world where the deities reside. The praise of the deities is remembered. You are full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full. The moon dynasty is said to be 14 celestial degrees. They continue to come down the ladder. The Father comes and makes you climb up the ladder in a second and then take you to the land of peace and to the land of happiness. You then go around the cycle of 84 births and you come down the ladder again. One must definitely have taken the full 84 births. Out of all the scriptures, the Gita is the main jewel. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita means the Gita sung by God. However, impure human beings don't know who God is. The purifier and bestower of salvation for all is only the one incorporeal Shiva, but no one knows when he comes. Father himself comes and gives his own introduction. Sons and daughters all say, Baba. It is sung, you are the mother and father. And by studying the Raj Yoga of yours, we receive so much happiness. You come here to claim your inheritance of heaven for 21 births from the unlimited Father. The birthday of Shiva is only celebrated in Bharat. Ravan is also only shown in Bharat. However, no one knows the meaning of that. Shiva is our unlimited Father. No one knows this, but they just continue to worship him. The Father comes when the whole tree has become Tamopradhan. Bharat was heaven in the New World. There was the Golden Age in Bharat. There is now the Iron Age in Bharat. The Father explains, at first you were masters of heaven. You have now taken 84 births and have now become the residents of hell. I now teach you Raj Yoga, and I make you into deities from human beings and pure from impure. Devotion means the night of Brahma, and this knowledge means the day of Brahma. You Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are now going into the day. This old world is now to be set on fire. Truly there is to be the great Mahabharat war. Bharat truly becomes heaven after this Mahabharat war. All the innumerable religions will be destroyed, and the one religion will be established. You children have become Baba's helpers and are establishing the original eternal deity religion. When you become worthy of being the masters of heaven, then destruction will begin. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Shiv Baba. Now, how can destruction begin if the deities aren't ready to be deities? Right? You can call him Shiva or call him Rudra. It is never said, the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Krishna. There are no sacrificial fires in the golden and silver ages. Sacrificial fires are created when when do they do yajnas?
There are calamities.
When there are calamities. If there is no grain or if a war breaks out, they create a sacrificial fire to bring about peace. You children know that Bharat cannot become heaven without destruction taking place. The Shiv Shakti army of the mothers of Bharat has been remembered. Salutations are given to those who are pure. They say in Hinduism, salutations to the mothers. You mothers are saluted, and in brackets, it must have been Vande Mataram. That's an expression in India. Because you made Bharat into heaven according to Srimad. The Father now says, death is just standing over everyone's head. Therefore, become pure in this one birth and remember the Father, and you will become Satopradhan, totally pure, from Tamopradhan, totally impure. You have now become Brahmins from Shudras, and you will then become deities. This is nothing new. This cycle continues to turn. Every cycle, every 5,000 years, hell becomes heaven. So that's the good news. It should make you happy and make you let go of hell. Heaven is just around the corner, right? But of course, you don't feel it's just around the corner if you haven't dealt with your impure sanskars, right? Heaven's an experience that happens as you become more and more pure. Whatever actions people in this impure world perform, those are only sinful actions. The Father says, the philosophy of action, neutral action, and sinful action has also been explained to you 5,000 years ago. So God remembers. He says, hey, it's 5,000 years ago I explained all this to you. I'm now explaining it to you once again. I, the incorporeal Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, am your Father. This body that I have taken on loan is not God. Brahma Baba's body is not God. Human beings cannot even be called deities. So how could human beings think that they can be called God? The Father explains, you've taken 84 births and have continued to come down the ladder. No one can go back up above. All of them only show the path to become impure, and they themselves also continue to become impure. Therefore, the Father says, I have to come to uplift them too. This is the kingdom of Ravan. You have now come away from the kingdom of Ravan. Have you? Have you left hell yet? Have you kicked hell away? They're still interested in hell. Everyone will gradually know about this. You cannot claim your inheritance from Shiv Baba without becoming Brahmins. There are just two fathers. One is the incorporeal father, and the other is the corporeal father. That's why I always marvel at how Brahmins get overwhelmed or get discouraged because of the intensity of the effort. Like I explained it in a very intense way. I even point out all the extreme contrasts. But a lot of Brahmins don't like thinking about those points because they don't have that kind of intense energy in their consciousness. All Brahmins have some kind of intense energy, right? Because you recognize God at the very end of hell. That's a very big contrast. But why is it you are shocked at how intense and extreme Raj Yoga is? You're in your worst, lowest birth, recognizing the purity of God despite your own impurity, and God's telling you to make effort to go to heaven, totally pure, from a completely impure being in an impure world. And he says, you only got, X number of years to do that in. How is that not going to be intense? By nature, it has to be intense for what's being asked. And yet all the Brahmins are doing in a very non-intense way, right? It's very extreme to go from a Shudra to a deity. Is there anything more extreme in the world? Ever in history? Even falling from Silver Age to Copper Age, not nearly as extreme. Going from complete impurity, Iron Age hell devils, to total purity angels. How is that not the most extreme thing? Is your effort intensity matching the context that Baba's described to you? And mostly it's not because of laziness and carelessness. The nature of what he's asked necessitates intensity. And that's why Brahmins die after a while, because they don't want to make effort intensely. You have taken 84 births and have continued to come down the ladder. No one can go back up above. All of them only show the path to become impure, even the gurus, right? And they themselves also continue to become impure. Therefore, the Father says, I have come to uplift them also. This too is the kingdom of Ravan. This is the kingdom of Ravan. You have now come away from the kingdom of Ravan. Everyone will gradually know about this. You cannot claim your inheritance from Shiv Baba without first becoming
A Brahmin.
Brahmins. So becoming a Brahmin isn't in name or isn't, and you don't give yourself the title. You live like a Brahmin, and that's the proof that you're a Brahmin. There are just two fathers. One is the incorporeal father, and the other is the corporeal father. Corporeal children receive an inheritance from their corporeal fathers, and incorporeal souls receive their inheritance from their incorporeal unlimited father. You children now know that you have to come to the sweetest Shiv Baba to claim from him your inheritance of the land of happiness for how many births?
21.
Yes, very good. By having the power of yoga, you become the masters of the world. There are no weapons, etc., in that world. So by having yoga with the Father, you have your sins absolved and you become the masters of the land of Vishnu. By having the power of yoga, you become the masters of the world, but it isn't done with weapons. There is never untimely death there. There is no name or trace of sorrow. You children have come to the unlimited Father in order to follow his Srimat. You came to Baba so he could teach you how to become pure, and how to become pure is Srimat. His Srimat, and to become most elevated deities, to follow Srimat and become the most elevated deities. This knowledge is not in any of the scriptures. It is shown that Brahma emerged in the scriptures. It is shown that Brahma emerged from the navel of Vishnu, and Vishnu emerges from the navel of Brahma. He is then, but they don't understand what that picture means. He is then shown holding the scriptures in his hand. The Father says, I am now telling you through Brahma the beginning, middle, and end of the whole of creation. So they show Brahma with all the scriptures, but Brahma Baba did not teach all the scriptures. Brahma Baba taught the Gita spoken by Shiv Baba through him. That was the essence of all the scriptures. Hence, all religions have connection to India. And they get this knowledge, come in contact with Brahmins, whatever, and they get this knowledge, and then they teach a bunch of people. And those people are so amazed by the secondhand version of knowledge that they write it down and they make the scriptures. I am now telling you through Brahma the beginning, middle, and end of the whole of creation. I alone, Shiv Baba alone, is the ocean of knowledge. Am the ocean of knowledge. It is sung, when the sun of knowledge rises, the darkness of ignorance is dispelled. There is no ignorance in the golden age. So that means the sun of knowledge has risen through the entire golden age, even though Shiv Baba is not there. When Bharat was the land of truth, it was as valuable as a diamond. There were palaces studded with diamonds and jewels there. Now people don't even have enough to eat. So when it comes to the Copper Age, there isn't sufficient diamonds and jewels to put in the walls and pillars and of the palaces. So what they do is they can only afford to do that with one building, so they do it for God's temple. Until people lose so much respect, they don't have enough respect that they come and loot those temples, dig out all the diamonds. Now people don't even have enough to eat. Who would make this insolvent world solvent once again? This is the task of the one Father alone. The Father says, the Father feels mercy on all of us. He says, I have come to teach you Raj Yoga. I make an ordinary man into Narayan, perfect man, and an ordinary woman into Lakshmi, perfect woman. The protector of the devotees is the one Father. I liberate you from this jail of Ravan and take you to that land of happiness. All of those in in this world who became Brahmins will then become deities. So if you can make it to the end to be a Brahmin, you will become a deity. Golden or silver, you will become a deity. All of those in the world who become Brahmins will then become deities. The name of Brahma is very well known. Prajapita Brahma. It's very well known in India. You Brahmins are also the most elevated. You are doing true spiritual service of Bharat. Only by having a remembrance of the Father will your sins be absolved. There is no other way to become pure from impure. Only by your having a remembrance will the alloy within you, the soul, be burnt away. Goldsmiths know how to make real gold into
Make gold.
artificial gold, fake gold. Hmm? In geology, when we were in the field looking for, minerals, I said this before, you come across this thing called pyrite. Bright, brilliant yellow, shiny reflection, has cubes, yeah, um, like prismatic. We call it a habit, the way it grows. And it's so real looking that you grab it, and you think you found gold, but it's only pyrite, right? Pyrite is an iron mineral. So it's like only a golden age deity can recognize the full power of the sun as well as the full light of the moon.
How can you tell us now gold?
Well, if you see the square crystals, because gold doesn't grow in a square crystal, gold is a orangey yellow, not a bright, shiny yellow. And ultimately, the scratch test, if you take your knife, your field knife, and you poke the gold, it's soft, just like 24 karat gold. And if you do it on pyrite, you can't even scratch it. And the weight, if you had equal amounts, gold's very heavy, pyrite is not nearly as heavy. They mix silver, copper, iron into it. But in the old days, people used to use this ignorance to deceive people, show them pyrite and tell them, oh, look, there's a gold mine here. And they would sell them the rights to the gold mine, even though it was worthless with no gold. And you find the two similarly in similar geological environments because gold is created, manifests where iron sulfides manifest. So that's why you can easily mistake them. They mix silver, copper, and gold or iron into the gold to make it fake gold. So that gold then becomes less valuable. You too were Sattva Pradhan, then alloy was gradually mixed into you. You have now become Tamo Pradhan. You now have to become Sattva Pradhan once again. Only then can you go to the golden age. The Father says, do not remember
Bodies.
bodily beings. Whilst living at home with your families, don't remember anyone except the one Father, and you will then become the masters of the land of heaven. There was heaven, the land of Vishnu, and it is now the land of Ravan. It will definitely become the land of Vishnu again. I come to uplift the sages and the holy men, etc. This is why it is said, I come when there is extreme irreligiousness. This refers to Bharat. I come in Bharat when there is extreme irreligiousness. There's extreme irreligiousness in Iran, in the Middle East, in America. Baba doesn't come there. I, the one Father, Shiva, am the bestower of salvation for all. Shiva, Rudra are all his names. They have given him many names. The Father says, I only have the one real name, the one true name of
Shiva.
I am Shiva, and you are
Polygrams.
Shiva and the Saligrams. The children you have been body conscious for half the cycle. So been doing it a long time, hence why you find it difficult to be soul conscious again. Now become soul conscious, exclamation mark. By knowing the one Father, you will come to know everything from that Father. You'll become a master ocean of this knowledge. Acha, mite mite sekila de bacha prati mat pita bap dada ka yad pyar or good morning. Rohani bap ki rohani bacho ko namaste or
Ruhani bachon ki, Ruhani baap ko namaste.
hey namaste. Essence for dharana. Number 1. Follow Srimat and become most elevated deities. Do real spiritual service of the whole world, not temporary social service. It's not making much difference. The world's getting worse and worse. Become the Father's helpers fully in establishing the original eternal deity religion. Yeah, do service. Help create heaven on earth. 2. In order to make your soul real gold, don't remember any bodily beings, but remember only the one Father. Have true love for the Father from beyond this world. The Paralaukic Father is the Father from beyond this world. Yeah? The Laukic Father is your physical father. So he says, have true love for the Paralaukic Father, not for your Laukic Father. Blessing. May you make spiritual progress and gain victory over all adverse situations. How do you do that? May you make spiritual progress and gain victory over all adverse situations. You gain victory by progressing through all the tests, obstacles, by becoming an immortal image. Not shaking, you got to turn. What does it mean to be an immortal image? Immortal image. Not fearful, not shaking, not unstable, totally powerful, fearless, brave, detached, immovable, and all these qualifications. Just as you adopt many means for the livelihood of your body, you can learn to do many things for your worldly job. In the same way, use this means for making spiritual progress, Practice being constantly stable as an immortal image. Those who move along whilst considering themselves to be images of immortality are saved from untimely death. Untimely death, famine, and all other problems. If you become the truly soul conscious, the image of a pure soul, you are saved from untimely death, famine, and all other problems. In order to remove mental worries and stressful situations, are you listening? How to remove worries and stressful situations. Simply continue to remove any awareness of
I.
Body.
of your old body. Of course, I am the body. Slogan. If you repeatedly feel something, for all you water signs, if you repeatedly feel something, you will fail the final paper. So you got to get control of your feelings and choose what you feel. It's not that you're not supposed to feel anything. That's not what he's saying. He's saying if you repeatedly feel negative thoughts, feelings, then you will fail at the end. Okay, new Avyat signal: to remain constantly cheerful, be easy-natured and tolerant. The memorial of those who remain constantly cheerful has been shown in the form of
Deities.
more specific.
Vishnu.
Yes. Vishnu is lying comfortably in an ocean of milk, churning knowledge and remaining very cheerful. Cheerful is a very underestimated virtue. It's the proof of so many efforts and dharmas. Just like sorrow and unhappiness is the proof of so many lack of dharmas. The way to remain cheerful is to churn this knowledge. You have to churn it so much that there's no room left in your consciousness for lack of happiness. The way to remain cheerful is to churn this knowledge. To the extent that someone churns this knowledge, contemplates it, thinks about it deeply, so he remains cheerful. No adverse situation can reduce his courage, zeal, or enthusiasm. With the power of tolerance, he easily overcomes all adverse situations. Elevated, invaluable versions of Mateshwari. How do people go into trance? The philosophy of going into trance is very subtle. They go with the vehicle of the subtle inner being and they come back. Just as someone would go on a tour somewhere outside. It isn't that when you go on a tour like that that you die, but you go there and then you return from there. So here too, the soul leaves her body, doesn't really go on, leaves the body, but lets go of the body and goes on a tour with the vehicle of the subtle inner body. So the subtle body, you have a body of light that permeates this body, and the image of that is in the subtle region. During the time that the soul is, or during that time, the soul is like a flying bird. It is God's duty to pull that one string and grant a divine vision to that one so that they let go of the body. They get so absorbed in the divine vision, they forget about the body. For instance, at nighttime, when we souls become detached from our bodies, we go onto the path of happiness or into the stage of dream. Our bodies are peaceful at that time, and we forget our bodies and the religion of our bodies. So that's why you can go to dreamland. You let go of the body, not completely, just a lot. However, it isn't that our bodies have died. When we awaken again, we remember our dreams during the night and we speak about them. In the same way, when a soul has yoga with God, he takes that soul in trance, and God, capital H, takes that soul in trance on a tour. Then when you come out of that trance, you remember the vision that you saw. You relate it and you say what you saw there. A dream can be also Rajoguni, middle pure, or Tamoguni, completely impure dreams. But this trance is a Satoguni stage that's like a dream. The body does not die in trance, but all awareness of the body is lost. It can't be dead because you're going to come back into the awareness again. When someone is given chloroform, he forgets all consciousness of his body. Yeah, that's how you knock people out. For instance, when doctors make a person's part of his body dead, they can also do this by giving an injection where you can't feel it anymore. So he's describing the gross metaphor of what it's like to become bodiless and let go of your body. You can't feel it. Necessary if you're going to go into trance, but necessary if you're going to go into yoga. But all the other physical organs still work. So trance is also the same in that the soul flies away from the body and then comes back. But the body does not die. And the reason that is so, because the soul doesn't completely leave the body. Just like when somebody dies, everybody says, oh, they're dead. They measure the brain wave. And no, the soul can still be very subtly connected to that body. And that's why the body can wake up from death. But the body does not die. God and not any human being has the power to pull the strings of awareness into trance. Acha Om Shanti.